Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Roots Refuge Farm. So we're jumping into a vlog today, which I'm really excited to share with you guys because there's been a lot going on this week. But first, I wanted to let you know that Green Stalk is starting a sale today on their leaf planters, which are the planters here that are the shallower depth. As you can see here, this leaf is planted with lots of different leafy things, as well as a lot of little miniature Tom Thumb peas, which these are actually getting eaten about as fast as they develop. I think the other green stalk has more in it. Oh, it's windy. Alright, yeah, that out. Lovely little peas. This is an original. This is the deeper green stalk, and some of these are really heavy laden. They're just producing a lot, and of course this one has a lot of herbs in it as well. So if you've been here very long and you've heard me talk about the green stalks, but you've been waiting to buy one until there is a sale, this is a really good weekend to do it. The 7-tier leaf is on sale for $129, the 5-tier for $99, and you can stack the coupon code ROOTS10. I got my first green stalk around, I think it was 2018, like at the very beginning of the company even like really starting to form, before they were very well known, and honestly before my channel had gotten very big, and we sort of grew up together. They're an amazing family run company out of Knoxville, Tennessee. These are manufactured in Knoxville, Tennessee, and it's a company I just feel really, really good about telling people about. I've had a lot of success growing quite a bit in my green stalk and heard wonderful testimonies from a lot of people who are working with limited space. I use them specifically in a lot of cases for things that I don't like to get dirty. That's why I like the leaf, because I love growing salad greens in the leaf. Salad greens grown in the ground when it rains can get a lot of splashback, and you have to just wash them and spin them so thoroughly so that they're not crunchy stuff with dirt and grit, and I never have that problem when I'm harvesting salad greens out of my leaf planters. Like right here I have this really lovely large chard that is just looking so beautiful, and you can grow a lot of different things like this in these planters. Here's a nice little head of lettuce coming up, and here another head of lettuce and some sage. I have lots of content talking about growing in green stalks. I'll put some links in the description down below if you are a researcher and you want to learn more about them. And I will also put a link to the green stalk website where you can use that coupon code and save a little extra already on top of the sale. So check it out. Now let's watch the vlog. What'd you find? Lexington County Community.
You could like paint over the Lexington County and then put like Roots Refuge.
Oh, that's a cool idea. That's neat. We'll set it up. So for today's video to make sense, I kind of need to give you a little bit of backstory. So many years ago when Jeremiah and I had bought our first property, before it was much of a homestead, we were still kind of plugging away there at the very beginning. We were in our driveway one day and this guy pulls in, starts chatting. He bought some land down the street, and he had this really nice chainsaw. And he was like, "Oh, it looks like you guys have a lot of work you're in the middle of doing. Here, borrow my chainsaw." And he just hands us this chainsaw, and we're like, "Dude, this is like a $400 chainsaw. Like, what are you doing? You just met us." And he's like, "No, it's fine. I'll come get it later this week. I'll be back out here." And he leaves. And Jeremiah was like, "I'm not using this chainsaw. I'm not risking breaking it. I can't afford to replace it." So he just puts it up in the garage. And sure enough, the guy comes back and ends up convincing Jeremiah to actually borrow the chainsaw. But he became a good friend of ours. His name is Jake. And actually, if you have gone into the throwback Roots and Refuge, like the original videos way back when, you've seen Jake before, because prior to our channel being Roots and Refuge, it started out as a collaborative effort between Jake and us and another couple that lived really close to us. It was called the Homesteads of Billy Goat Mountain. We were all going to work together. So Jake's in some of the earlier videos. He ended up moving, lived with us for a little while actually in our basement. The other couple ended up moving to Alaska, and we converted the channel over to Roots and Refuge. This is like pre-1,000 subscribers, so many years ago. 2015 I think is when this was going on, these early videos. And since then, you know, Jake just kind of comes and goes, and we like to joke that he just rides in on the wind, because he just randomly shows up. He lives in Texas, has some property in Michigan, it's just all over the place. and does a lot of traveling, and just shows up. And it's just kind of the nature of our friendship is that every couple years Jake just shows up and starts a project, sometimes finishes it, and we have the best time. And Jake showed up Tuesday and tore out the dock yesterday and is in the process right now of rebuilding it. Now, one of the times Jake came, I had a cattle panel that I was wanting to turn into an arch in my garden, and I actually had 5 cattle panels. I was only going to put 1 arch in my garden, and Jake was there visiting, just on a random visit, and he convinced me to put all 5 as arches in my garden. I was like, I don't think I really need 5 arches. Don't you think that's kind of excessive? And he's like, no, it's awesome. You should do all 5 as arches. So first cattle panel arches we ever made. Jake was there. He and I put those 5 up. Obviously fell in love with that idea. So it's kind of funny. He's kind of been around for a while, and we're gonna go out there. They've got music playing. I'm gonna get some footage and show what they're doing, rebuilding the dock, and then show you a little bit of what else has been going on this week. It's been a very busy week. So they've been pulling all this stuff up out of the pond as they've been working on it. Apparently there's a bunch of metal signs dumped down there, which is what Toby brought up to me earlier.
Oh, rub your feet, sorry.
How's this gonna help that?
What are you thinking?
I'm just saying, if you've got the marker across the top, and you just try and keep that as straight as you can.
Yeah, but somebody's something like this cut,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but if you have it cut down,
Don't kill me.
don't drop my level in the pond.
There.
Okay.
Jake, when's the last time we saw you before this visit? When Jaina, was it?
3.5 years maybe?
Yeah, it was when Jaina passed away.
It's been a while. It's out in West Texas.
Maya,
Yes.
you having a good time with your friend?
Yep. Well, it lasts. Until it blows on out.
Like a fart in the wind.
It also just turned out that Daniel's here this weekend. Hey, Dan.
What's up?
What are y'all doing?
We're looking for pliers.
I'm about to go fishing.
Yeah.
What do you need? What do you need pliers for? Tie?
No, I'm about to put a sinker on that line. But there may be some over here, and if not, I can handle it.
You guys asked about this the other day. I've showed it on a video before, but not a ton. This is the worm farm. It's got some different scraps in there. Will's actually the one that set this up in this old broke down deep freezer. The kids have been taking some worms out of here occasionally to do some fishing. So it's been a busy few days, very enjoyable with friends here. Noah came over yesterday, Jeremiah's brother, because when Jake lived with us, it was back when Noah used to live with us, and they're close. And of course he came, and last time he was here, Noah was really a kid, but he's got a wife and a baby now, so it's just cool. Time's passed, but you know, old friends, it's always nice to catch up. So Jake actually shot a little footage of the work they did deconstructing the dock yesterday, and I'll put that here so you can see.
We are working on the dock. I think the plan is for repair for this part, and then if I can convince Jeremiah, some kind of covered lean-to or something for boats would be awesome. Sure is good to be in South Carolina. This is the first time I've been to the farm. I've obviously been to the Arkansas farm a time. It's nice. Quite the improvement in space. I think you're about to overweight that kayak or that board. She's a long one.
And then you like do it like that.
I think I got 2.
Oh.
You want to get some, I mean, you could get a little cup or something and dig out a few.
Well, I figured I'd get him started. I can come over here and get some. Got to thread it on there. You gotta be careful because that'll poke the fire out of you.
Hey, Wes.
You sounded like you needed something very important.
No, just hey.
Hey.
You need anything, Jake?
No. Working in water. I don't know what you're doing.
You know what I love?
You want to know what I'm doing? What I always do. I'm managing you working the money.
Y'all know what I love? This is the exact same dynamic of that time that Jake ran over
My rifle?
your rifle.
Yeah.
Well, that was on video.
Say that is the time Jeremiah put his rifle behind my truck.
That wouldn't be the right way to say it. That would.
It's so windy. I really want to show you guys something extraordinary, but I'm just a tad concerned about you being able to hear me. Let's go over here. Here's my other green stalk leaves planted with some fresh salad greens and some different little seedlings coming up. Like some of these are for different flowers. I'm wanting these to be edible, but also really lovely as spring comes on. I'm gonna have to just be loud instead of turning those off because it is very warm in here and I don't want to hurt my plants. Look! My butterfly peas are coming up. These are the blue queen butterfly peas. And these are the lavender ones. Yes! And look, Ben's little plant Robbie is doing well. I'm still... no, look. Some dwarf tomatoes. Happy birthday, little guys, look! Yes! Interestingly enough, these are also a green stalk project. These are going in some regular green stalks that I'm going to fill up with little micro dwarf tomatoes. They get about 12 inches tall each, and I think it's going to be awesome to see how much I can grow in basically a couple square foot footprint. So exciting. So I'm not seeing any pepper germination yet. That should be soon, but peppers can take a good deal longer to germinate. They need a lot of warmth and a little more time. All right, I'm a little windswept, and I walked through a spider web, and I can just feel it. Does anybody else become a ninja when they walk through a spider web? Like throwing their arms around, trying to be itching for the next little bit. It's the one downside to arched cattle panel trellises is that they end up with webs. I don't know where I walked through that one. I might have driven through it. Anyway, Maya actually surprised me with something. So Jeremiah is very good at building things. You guys have seen him build a lot of things, specifically finish work. So he has done some framing, but he usually calls his brother Noah at least to consult him on the framing, or sometimes to come over for the day or two that's framing. Noah helped a lot with the framing of this greenhouse, just because as far as things being very structurally sound, Jeremiah is not 100% confident in his capacity to do that. And then he usually does the finish work because that's what his history is as a finish carpenter. So we'd kind of been toying around with some different ideas for this project, and he actually hired a guy who has been working on the Carolina Homestead Exchange, our new store that is currently under construction, as well as Beulah Roasting Company, our coffee roasting company, downtown Batesburg. And all this work is getting done down there, and actually we had a guy come out and help, and he threw this up. Beautiful work in just a fraction of the time it would have taken us. And I knew it was coming, but I had no idea what a big difference it was going to make. So obviously this just happened, so it's still braced because the concrete is still setting. But what do you think, guys? Is it amazing? So we have a bunch of flagstone left over from when we did this. And this is like native Carolina flagstone. It's just the stuff that you can get, honestly, just the cheapest. But I really like the coloring of it. It would have been my first choice anyway, but I would have chosen it because it was the cheapest, probably, no matter what it looks like. But we have it left over, and so underneath the pavilion we're actually going to do this, but because the Bermuda grass was so wild here, I had originally tried planting thyme and it just got completely choked out. I think we may actually put some concrete in between underneath here, just because I'm concerned about anything else like washing out, and I'd rather be able to set furniture up here and not have to worry about moving it to weed eat the ground, the flagstone. So we're gonna just do flagstone and concrete underneath here, and this has made such a massive difference. So Jay, the guy who was working on this was Jay. Jake's hair, Jay was a different person. He put this up so fast. I called Jeremiah and I was like, what are you doing? And he said, I'm just watching Jay manhandle these pieces of plywood up on the top of this thing like it's nothing. Jeremiah was very impressed with Jay. If you want to impress Jeremiah Sowards, being handy at carpentry is like, you know, he doesn't care about a lot. But if somebody can build something well, he's like, yes, that is very impressive. So he put this up, and I was actually out for the day running errands, doing stuff. And I got home, and it was just huge to me how much this just transformed this space and tied it together. And honestly, made it feel like home to me. A lot of people have told me over the last almost 2 years now that we've moved, I really miss your garden. I really miss your garden. I really miss your garden. I miss your old garden. I miss your old garden tours and all these different things. Of course, I've gone through a massive health issue. There have been a lot of other factors, I think, that have gone into things being different. But partially I just didn't have my beautiful, you know, artwork garden. And the steps we're taking right now, the things that, like this being built, getting the walkways in, the paths, getting my arches back up, hanging up all my wind chimes and my garden art and all of the eclectic things I've collected over years of thrift stores and garage sales. I think it's gonna feel like home again. And I've felt that every step of the way. When we put the raised beds up, I started to feel that. This, though, was another level. What do you think, guys? Maybe it's not quite there yet, but she's on her way. I hadn't posted a video the last couple of days because with so much hustle and bustle happening around the house, I had really just left the camera off and been very present. But this afternoon we're out here. It's beautiful. The weather is beautiful. It's very warm. Actually, let me tell you exactly what it is. Yeah, it's 81 right now, which is 27 Celsius, very warm. And it's evening. The sun's starting to set a little bit. It's been a very warm day, and of course the feeling of springtime and the excitement of garden season coming back, but being surrounded by old friends and family and seeing vision come to pass. We have the pavilion in the garden, and it's like this space was nothing. Well, 2 years ago this was nothing. It's been almost exactly 2 years since we came out and visited this farm for the first time, right before we made the announcement to you guys that we were coming. Isn't that wild how much time has gone by? And this was just blank raw land, and I look now at how much has come together with the help of friends, with the help of family, and so much with the support of you guys. And I just feel completely overwhelmed with gratitude. This has been, I'm emotional. It's been a very emotionally, like, just deep and grateful week, or few days specifically. So I really did want to turn the camera on and share it with you. As much as I love to be present, I wanted to be able to give you guys a view because you've been here the whole time. From the very beginning, whenever Jake blew in one weekend and, we shot a few YouTube videos. I didn't actually start doing it seriously for another, I think, year and a half. If y'all have ever heard me tell that story about how I was journaling on my back porch, and I felt if you do YouTube like your job, it'll fund this vision. I just felt that in my heart, and I knew that I had to commit myself to it. But it, you know, I think back of Jake coming and those very first videos we shot so long ago, and that was us doing the right thing, maybe in a little bit the wrong time, or maybe not. Maybe we were just starting out and we weren't supposed to, like, take off then. Maybe it was kind of planting a seed that wouldn't start really growing until later. But here we are now, and it's just really special. I don't guess I really have language for it yet. Just feeling massively grateful. It's been a week of lovely surprises and realizations, I think. And also a week of beginning gardening. Look at this. Can y'all see all the potential coming about? Look at all those cabbages. So awesome. Look at that artichoke just peeking out the door. Oh, I love it. Oh, looky there. What? Is that Harlow Jane? Is that Harlow Jane? You see? Does Papa have you? Hey. Oh, you want me to hold you? Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Can you say hi? Can you say hi? Hi, there you go. I actually haven't put Harlow in very many videos. So Noah is Jeremiah's youngest brother, but he moved in with us when he was about 15, I think. Yeah, you did. Stop talking about your daddy. And so whenever Harlow was announced, we get to be Nanny and Papa. You get right? This is her favorite face. You say, oh. No, not gonna do it for the camera. Oh, you got, look, you're a vlogger now. Are you holding a camera? Are you videoing mommy? What do you think, baby? You got a carrot? See, I buy her these kinds of things to get her ready. Got to start her love of the garden early. You ready to go celebrate your birthday tonight, Daniel?
It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be awesome. Hey, Katie girl. What's up, little darling? You showing Katie to Harlow? Oh, you got the puppy? Look at Ezra out there on the kayak. Well, guys, I think I'm going to put the camera up instead of fighting this wind and go back to just being here with the people who are here. So thank you for hanging out with me today. And always, I bless you. Until next time.